Don't look at my wall. But don't look at me either. I cut my hair. Yes, I thought it would be a good idea too. I have earbuds in. But yeah, I have been trying to hide this for the longest time. You may have seen my previous videos, have all been voiceovers. But yeah, I just thought it's time for a change. And as the months get warmer and your hair gets greasier, I mean it is greasy right now because I haven't showered even for one day. If I don't shower, it's gone. It's already matted. So yeah, sorry I'm going to be filming the video like this. And yes, I did it all myself. So I'm very proud of myself. No one else in my house seems to approve, but yeah, I think at least it's a pretty damn good job. The last time I had short hair was in 2012, so that was like over a decade ago. So I thought, let's bring back the short hair and see how it looks. And so I would appreciate it if you didn't comment too much on it. A praise is very much needed, but anything like it looks funny might maybe don't say anything like that, just for my confidence sake. Today we're going to be talking about Comedown Machine, the graphic novel. I am as surprised as you are, I know, right? I feel like I'm the only person who's discovered this, and I hope I'm the only person who's discovered this, because that means I get to talk about it, and that means everyone will flock to my channel because I was the first person to talk about it. So I was just like on Pic Collage, like, you know, Pic Collage is basically my Pinterest or my Tumblr. I use it the most. I find heaps of cool photos on there, mostly of the strokes, but they're cool, okay, as much as I hate saying that. So I just was like on my phase of that time. I was just looking at heaps of photos, and I searched up Comedown Machine because I was doing my Comedown Machine video and how much I like that album. And then this like image came up of an anime, and that was my mum. She says hello. So yeah, I found this image of an anime of a Comedown Machine. It was like a boy and a girl. I was like, what is this? What the hell? And so then I investigated it closer, and it turns out it's this online free graphic novel. You can all read it. Access it. I read it all on my iPad, which is probably not the best idea because it's on a website and it's really hard to use if you choose to do it on your phone or your iPad. Probably not the best. The quality is obviously great, but just like going to each page is kind of annoying. So, but I still read the whole thing. It has like 100 chapters or so, and let me just put this out there. I'm not the biggest anime fan. I've never been. I know, shocker. I'm half Japanese. I should be consuming all this stuff the most. But yeah, it's very stereotypical to think of someone in that way, and I definitely wouldn't call myself an otaku or nerd or whatever. Even though my hair is looking a bit anime-ish, despite that. Yeah, I do think that my mum started vacuuming, so I probably will resume this another time. Where did I last leave off? So it's about this girl called Irony. No, her name's not Irony, forget that. I've completely forgotten her name. Irony is what she calls the rock star in the book, who I'm pretty sure is inspired by Juliancasablancas because it's called Comedown Machine, so I don't really see any other, like, that's probably their main inspiration. I'm not going to, like, speculate because I probably don't need to speculate. That's who he is. I'm trying to think of what her name was, but it's going to take forever because I read it like a few months ago now, so it's completely gone from my mind, but so she's dating this sort of like emo guy. He's like in this rock band. It's probably not as cool because it's like an emo band. you know, people like to make fun of those kind of bands, but I personally don't mind them. I can see why they're not for everyone, but I could still listen to them. So anyway, she's dating him, and she finds out that he's slept with this girl who's an alternative looking girl. She's like maybe a little bit younger than her, I'm not quite sure, but basically it all connects together. And she meets this guy who she calls Irony because she doesn't know his name, and she just kind of, I guess she sort of thinks this is irony, like, I'm sad, I just caught my guy cheating on me. And so she goes to a bar and she sees this beautiful guy. Of course, it's just everyone's biggest dream, like fantasy. So I guess that's sort of, at least the character's aware that this is not everyday life or something. And so, yeah. So she meets him, and you know what happens next, and that's essentially like the whole book. But it obviously the plot can't just be that, because then it'll just be boring. So yeah, he actually, Irony plays an instrument. His real name is Keith Conway, which is, yeah, it's not really the most rock star name you would think of. Keith, but I mean, there's Keith Urban, but I don't know if many people like him outside of country music people. But yeah, I'll let you do the rest of the reading for yourself. Good luck to you if you can get through the whole book, because certainly I was like, thank God when it ended. Pretty sure they're making another, like, part 2 or something, and it was made by multiple people, so yeah, there's no way one person could have done that. Even I can't finish a freaking graphic novel on my own, so imagine, like, needing 3 or 4 people to make sure it's, like, all going well. And the only reason I read it is because it was, like, named after the Strokes album. It's, like, why I read it. Otherwise, if it was just, like, a random manga, like that story, I probably wouldn't pick it up. Because, like I said, I've never been a huge fan of anime or manga, and so yeah, that was the sole reason why I checked out the book. And am I glad that I did? That could be up for debate. There's definitely a lot of plot lines, storylines, and they're very much adult. I mean, you're not going to expect that this is for kids. There's a lot of topics of, like, self-harm and, you know, very, like, childhood trauma and domestic violence, and so yeah, it's definitely not for under 18 people or sensitive people. Like, I'm not excluding myself. I mean, I've been through a lot of trauma and things, so yeah, it's obviously doesn't really, it's not your average, oh, love all the time manga, which is good, because then it will just be boring. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I wonder if anyone else knows about this in the fandom. Probably not. I doubt it. You have to really venture, like I did. It was just mere coincidence that I found it. I'm not going to say I felt lucky after finding it, but yeah, I kind of like, oh, no one else knows about this. I kind of feel a bit, you know, special, but it's nothing really that special. I don't think you're missing much, but I'm going to leave it there and have a shower, because my hair looks like dog.